welcome to Arizona Living, your life, your style. I'm your host, Kate Longworth. Today we're coming at you from Sol Cocina in Scottsdale to talk about Arizona Restaurant Week. But before we serve up the details, here's what's happening on today's show. We take a ride on the Verde Canyon Railroad, plus what you need to know about getting a mental health checkup. And we'll show you the delicious dishes here at Sol Cocina. All that and much more coming your way on Arizona Living. Arizona Restaurant Week happens just twice a year, and it is a much anticipated time here in the Valley. And so joining us to talk all about it is President and CEO of the Arizona Restaurant Association, Steve Chukri. Steve, thank you so much for being here with us. I know this is one of my favorite times. It's a big hit in our household. But what is Restaurant Week all about?
Well, it's my favorite time of year too. It happens twice a year. We're celebrating Spring Restaurant Week. And I like to say your favorite restaurant is on sale for a period of a week and a half, about 10 days. And you know, Arizona's culinary scene has changed dramatically. I'm a native of Arizona, and I will tell you the food I grew up on here in Arizona compared to the food today is remarkably different and great.
So how specifically does it work?
It's very simple. So you go to a website, ArizonaRestaurantWeek.com. You look at a whole range of restaurants that are available to you, and it's a prefix menu. So you've got two options, $33 menus or $44. Sometimes that includes a cocktail. And like I said, it's per person, so you could go to a fabulous steakhouse or a great restaurant of your choosing for really a real economical way of celebrating, you know, restaurants in the state of Arizona, especially here in the Valley.
Yeah, I think it's so fun because you can try new things or go back to a favorite and get new dishes even. But what kind of restaurants can participate during this time?
Your full service restaurants are typically what you have. You've got a whole range. You've got new entrants this year like Sol, the Scottsdale Quarter. Is a great restaurant. They're new. Sea and Smoke. We've got a new steakhouse, STK Steakhouse, that's actually new to the state. So that's what I'm saying. Those types of restaurants you need to try, especially those new entrants into the state.
And can you see what a restaurant is offering during this week prior to heading out to the restaurant, or the menus online?
And that's the unique part of it. We want you as our guest to see exactly what the options are. And some people might say, hey, I don't want to order off the Arizona Restaurant Week menu. We want to order off the regular menu. So there's no right or wrong. We just encourage you to try it out.
And obviously we're all operating in this new normal. So how will things look different this restaurant week?
Well, look, our sanitation protocols are certainly going to always be there as they have in the past. But what's new this year, as well as last year because of COVID, is a to-go side. So those folks that have still some concerns about dining inside a restaurant can still do a to-go menu. And we'll have some restaurants, it's not going to be as frequent as others,
right,
but we'll have definitely some restaurants offering to-go menus as well if you want to enjoy the value in your own dining.
And due to what we've all been through this past year, we know the restaurant community has been hit hard. So how important and meaningful is a week like this when the community gets out and shows their support for their local eateries?
Well, I will tell you, I've been in this job nearly 20 years, and I've never seen the devastation in my entire career as I did last year. We're talking billions of dollars wiped out of our economy right here in Arizona. I'm not talking nationally, right here in Arizona. So who rose to the occasion? Our customers, your viewers, by going out and buying gift cards, by going out and doing to-go as often as they could. And so let's keep that energy going. We need it still. We're never going to get those sales back. So if you can support your restaurant, especially as we head into our summer months, which are pretty tough in our industry, we encourage you to do so. And this is a great way to celebrate restaurants.
Well, Steve, thank you so much for your time. And we want to encourage you to get out there. And if you would like more information on Arizona Restaurant Week, please head to their website. The Maricopa County Attorney's Office is dedicated to keeping families safe by educating us about scams, internet safety, and ID theft issues that are facing our community.
Hi, I'm Maricopa County Attorney Alistair Adele. Every year, millions of Americans fall victim to scams and identity theft. Last year alone, there were more than 4 million reports of fraud. We prosecute these cases in our office and see firsthand how devastating it is for someone to lose money to a scam or have their identity stolen. We can all prevent these crimes by making smart choices to protect our information.
Hi, my name is Douglas Mangum, and I'm a Deputy County Attorney at the Maricopa County Attorney's Office. Some of the most targeted people in Arizona for fraud and scams are the elderly, as well as anyone can be a target based on their vulnerabilities. Often these scams come about through either a phone call at your residence or on your cell phone, or an email asking you to click on a link to take you to a third-party site and enter your information, and or to enter a credit card or a prepaid gift card. Some of the best ways to avoid being a victim in a scam is to be sensitive about who you give your information to, and if it's an unsolicited individual, be very cautious about giving out any sort of personal information. Identity theft is very common in Arizona. Most people think identity theft is someone who's carrying out their life in your name using your information, when in reality, it could be as simple as they're just using your date of birth. They're using your social security number, your address. A common example of identity theft could be someone using your credit card information either online at a place like Amazon or at a gas station, using it really at any sort of merchant. We can protect ourselves from identity theft by taking simple steps such as being cautious about giving out our information, be careful about what websites you visit, what information you put online, be careful about what information you take with you out in public, such as credit cards, driver's license, and be mindful to not leave any of those items behind. If you've been a victim of identity theft, you should contact your bank, the credit bureaus, and local law enforcement so that they can properly investigate and help make sure you get back on track. A great way for adults to be safe on the internet, much like children, is being mindful of what you're downloading, what sites you're visiting, and what information you're inputting into any of those websites. Good practice for using the internet is to use two-factor authentication for bank accounts or other sensitive information, using strong passwords, or using a good password manager. When using a smart device or an internet-capable device out in public, it's good to be mindful of open Wi-Fi versus secured Wi-Fi. And open Wi-Fi means that anyone can see the information going and coming from your device. Using a VPN or virtual private network can also be a great benefit to keep your information secure and private. If you've been a victim of identity theft, fraud, scams, or other computer crimes, please contact your local law enforcement and visit the Maricopa County Attorney's website for more information.
Stick around. We have more Arizona living coming your way. We hop aboard the railroad to see a scenic trip of the Verde Valley. And we'll talk about when you should get a mental health checkup. All aboard! The ultimate getaway this summer is a trip on the Verde Canyon Railroad. Take a ride through the scenic canyon and you'll soon learn it's not the destination, it's the journey.
Verde Canyon Railroad is here so that people can go back in time and have a first-class experience in a historic canyon with great food, great music, and maybe get a little educated about the Verde Valley. The Verde Canyon Railroad is located in Clarkdale, Arizona. That's 25 minutes southwest of Sedona and just an hour and a half north of Phoenix, so we're really easy to get to. There are so many aspects of this train ride that make it unique. How many places can you go where you're riding on a historic rail line in historic cars that have been converted into first class, offering you appetizers, champagne, and you don't only have your one seat inside that's very comfortable and you look out panoramic windows, but you have a second seat in an open air viewing car that no other train in the nation gives you.
Right now, you get a wonderful view of the canyon because the leaves are down from the trees, so you really get to see all the rock formations and the colors in the natural environment. During the spring, the wildflowers amaze people. During the summer, the lush foliage and the variety of wildlife that you see is what has people amazed. And then in the fall, you start to get those wonderful colors on those trees.
We are very much into service, so every car has a car attendant who's there to help you with pointing things out during the journey, picking up your trash, bringing you another cocktail, and making sure that your ride is wonderful.
We're constantly trying to upgrade and meet the highest levels of service that we can for all of our guests who come ride and want us to see the beautiful canyon that we have that only you can access through the Verde Canyon Railroad.
Since COVID has happened, we've made a lot of changes at Verde Canyon Railroad. Some we didn't realize would be so good for us. We, of course, are wearing our masks. We're taking all the proper precautions inside the depot, boarding the train, and we ask our passengers to wear their masks as well. It's allowed people to get out and see this canyon and enjoy it even during the pandemic. As we come into spring break, this is a great trip that people can do as a family. From 2 to 92, people enjoy being on board this train. They have the opportunity to see something that they otherwise couldn't do unless they walk or ride a horse. So come and ride our train. Come during the summer months and do our Saturday night Starlight trains. If you like wine, do our great train escape where we do wine tastings. Ales on Rails is in the fall. And of course, our most important trip of the year, when the big man himself comes, our magical Christmas journey is the whole month of December. We are a train for everyone for all seasons, and we want people to come out when it works for them and ride Verde Canyon Railroad.
The Verde Canyon Railroad.
Let's be honest, this past year has been difficult and no doubt taken a toll on our mental health. The experts at Focus Family Services are sharing advice on when you should seek help and get a mental health checkup.
There are many signs that we notice within ourselves that we know that we can seek help. Your body tells you that something's not right. Whether it's you're sleeping and you prefer to just lay under a pillow and a blanket all day, and that's not your norm. I think if it's anything that's out of your normal day-to-day routine, it's something that you might want to pay attention to and then say, hey, maybe I should call. And maybe it would be good for me to just check in.
This year has been tough across the board. With the pandemic, the health problems of the pandemic have been brutal. People have lost their lives, people have been incredibly sick. Secondary to that, and I've said this from the beginning, there are so many issues related to COVID-19 that aren't related to medical. Depression, anxiety, mental health, suicidality, substance abuse, domestic violence. All of those things, we've been providing those services before we knew what COVID was.
Focus Family Services is about focusing on family. We focus on the individual and their mental health. We focus on restoring individuals to their optimal functioning.
We do outpatient group counseling for substance abuse, anger management, domestic violence. We have a mindfulness skills group that I do. And then we also provide individual counseling, family counseling, in-home counseling, as well as psychosocial rehabilitation services and vocational rehab services. Every year we're supposed to have an annual physical, and I think that it should be the absolute same for mental health. You know, the way the mind and the body are connected is really, really important, and sometimes it will show up physically when it's actually much more of an emotional or a mental problem. So I think getting a checkup, like a mental health checkup, is really, really important.
We are a small behavioral health agency. We pride ourselves in providing the best individualized, personalized care to every member that walks through the door. Larger agencies sometimes struggle with that simply because of their size. With our size and the services we provide, we can make sure that everyone that comes in feels comfortable, they feel like they're part of their treatment team, and they're an integral part of their treatment team, and they feel a sense of belonging with everyone here that they work with. Everyone that's coming in is wearing a mask. All of our staff, when interacting with our members, wearing masks. Everyone that's coming in, their temperature is checked when they walk through the door. All of our members know, and this is reiterated frequently, if you're sick, if you're symptomatic, we can provide telehealth services. We can provide those services via the computer, via the phone. We don't want people here putting themselves or anyone else in harm's way. For anyone that has any questions, our website is www.focusedfamilyaz.com. All of our contact information is there, and our phone number is 602-253-6259.
Here at Sol Cocina, they have a comfortable all-weather patio to serve you during their weekday happy hours and, of course, Taco Tuesdays. Meanwhile, we hope you're hungry for more Arizona living coming your way. We'll show you the delicious dishes that Sol Cocina will have during Restaurant Week. Plus, we take a trip to Frost to satisfy that sweet tooth.
As our viewers approach retirement, you may be hearing from a lot of people right now telling you what they would do with your money to prepare for retirement. Joining me now is Winston Stevenson, President and Investment Advisor Representative with Winston & Company's Retirement and Financial Services right here in Phoenix. Winston, it's so great to see you again. What can people do to cut through all of this water cooler advice?
Well, it's great to see you again as well, Erica. At Winston & Company's, our licensed advisors will guide you through a proven and proprietary process. No water cooler advice here. This is just not something that we subscribe to. We're here to help you make the best decision for you and your family.
So Winston & Company's written plan is not some cookie cutter approach.
Oh no, one size does not fit all. As a fiduciary, I believe that portfolio construction is the key to reaching long-term goals, not market timing. In fact, our three-legged stool approach allows us to create 3 legs of guaranteed income to last a lifetime.
Powerful. How do people find out more about your approach?
Well, it simply starts with a free consultation right here at Winston & Company's. Here's how it works. Once you are ready, we gather some basic information and develop written strategies that are appropriate for the individual situation.
Sounds great. Is there any pressure or obligation to meet with Winston & Company's?
No pressure, no obligation.
To schedule your free retirement income analysis, call 602-456-1928. Remember, if you don't know where to begin, better ask Win.
Got a plan for your retirement, 'cause you know it's just down the road. But if you don't know where to begin, better ask Win.
At Sol Mexican Cocina in Scottsdale, and I am joined by General Manager Kelsey Matthews. Kelsey, thanks so much for having us out here. And let's just first start by telling us a little bit more about Sol Cocina.
Yeah, absolutely. So we're a Baja coastal restaurant. So we're gonna have a ton of seafood, fresh street meats, and the street tacos. Tons of flavor. We're a scratch kitchen, so everything is made fresh in-house, which we love.
And you guys are at a great location. Are you currently open for in-room dining?
We are. We are absolutely still open for dine-in, and we also have a great patio option as well.
So if folks still feel comfortable sitting outside, you can accommodate them?
Absolutely. It is first come, first serve. It does fill up with this beautiful weather right now, but it's a great option.
And then do you accept reservations for inside dining?
We do accept reservations for the full dining. It's not guaranteed whether you'll be inside or outside, but we're accommodating everybody that we can.
What safety protocols do you guys have in place?
Absolutely. With the mask mandate lifted, we do have it optional for guests to wear masks. However, all of our staff will be wearing masks. We still have social distancing in place and the higher sanitation. We're still doing temperature and wellness checks on all our employees as they come in.
You're keeping everyone safe. And what do you have planned for Restaurant Week? What are you offering?
We're so excited for Restaurant Week. It feels like we're really getting back into the liveliness and bringing people back into restaurants the way we love it. We're doing a great menu. We're going to start off with a basic guacamole, kind of keeping it classic. We also have a Caesar salad that's going to be a Mexican twist. And then we also have an option of street tacos with our classic vegetarian sweet potato tacos. We have the ensenada fish tacos and the chicken tacos, as well as our carnitas tacos. Our desserts is one of my favorites. It's going to be a sea salt caramel boudin. So it's built up in a glass. It's kind of like a pudding, and it is delicious. We have great margarita options. However, they are not part of the Restaurant Week, but please try a watermelon margarita.
In light of everything that's happened in the world of the past year, how important to you and what does it mean to you to have the community's support during Restaurant Week and really every day?
The guests coming into our restaurant every day is what keeps us going. It's what we all thrive off of. It's what we love.
Well, we wish you and your team the best of luck. And if you would like more information on Sol Mexican Cocina, please head to their website. Don't go anywhere. We still have more Arizona living from Sol Cocina coming your way. We'll head to Frost to see their sweet variety of gelato. For a sweet treat, why not take a trip to Frost, where they make gelato the traditional Italian way. And with 38 flavors, you're sure to find something you'll love.
So Frost was started back in 2003 by two guys, Jeff Kaiserman and Stephen Ochoa. And when they were younger, they had visited Rome on a vacation with their families and found gelato and fell in love with it and decided they wanted to bring it back to Arizona, which would be the perfect place to have a cool, delicious dessert that is healthy. So they ended up meeting Nazario Molchionda, who ran a gelato university in Bologna, Italy. And they moved him from Italy to Tucson and started their first Frost location in Tucson in 2003. Then they opened a second location, and then they opened a third location, and it became more and more popular. One of the busiest dessert places in the United States, in fact. And so then they decided to start franchising. And my family, my mom, dad, sister, and myself were the first ones to buy into the franchise. We opened this location here in Gilbert in 2011. And we are excited to bring something from Tucson that started with people that we knew from our hometown and grow the business into what it is today, which definitely is a destination for the best dessert you'll ever have. So here at Frost, we make 38 flavors every day. 12 of those, at least 12, sometimes 13 or 14, are completely dairy-free, gluten-free, and fat-free sorbets. So all those flavors are made right here in store by hand every day fresh. Nothing here is ever older than 24 hours. We get every ingredient brought into us from Italy. So pistachios are from Sicily, cherries are from Bologna. All of our equipment in our kitchen is from Italy. The chocolates, the caramels, everything is directly from Italy. So it's as authentic as you could find anywhere in Italy. We have a whole menu of items. It's not just gelato in a cup. We home make our waffle cones. We make the best milkshakes you'll ever have. Amazing fruit smoothies where we mix the sorbet with sparkling water. So it's like a sparkling fruit smoothie. And then my favorite are coffee drinks. So you can even get those hot, so it's not always just cold. We have hot drinks as well. We can drizzle shots of espresso over our scoops of gelato. My favorite way to do that is our almond. We can blend it up into a shake, so you've got a coffee shake that will blow your socks off. And we can also make our gelato into cakes. So we have beautiful hand-decorated cakes that you can use our gelato to make for any event. And because we have gluten-free, dairy-free options, everybody can enjoy it. There's no one in your family or friend group that will need to be excluded. I would love for everyone to come visit our store. We have our website, frostgelato.com. We have our store here in Gilbert and in Phoenix, and we would love for you to visit us. We're open every day of the week. We're only closed on Thanksgiving and Christmas, so there's always a good time to come to Frost, and we can't wait to meet you.
We want to thank everyone here at Sol Cocina for having us out here. We had a wonderful time and the food was great. And don't forget to support and take part in the upcoming Arizona Restaurant Week to explore the great food scene here in Arizona. It takes place from May 21st to May 30th, and you can find a list of participating restaurants on their website. Thanks so much for joining us. I'm Kate Longworth. We'll see you next time on Arizona Living, Your Life, Your Style, where we help you live your best life.